So for those that live in Charlotte, you already know the story. Just the other day, a couple days ago, a 17-year-old that goes to a high school called Granger. I think that's the proper way of pronouncing that. You know what I'm saying? 17-year-old was shot and killed, and he was with his friend, 15-year-old kid. He was shot, but he managed to survive. This is the second person that got shot and killed. A 14-year-old got shot and killed, which was a student of Granger High School. You know what I'm saying? And this past month in December. And I can give you a list of teenagers that have been shot, and killed, or have just been shot multiple times. Recently, you know what I'm saying? Teenagers breaking into cars. You know what I'm saying? Like I think I reported that. Matter of fact, I did. A couple teenagers broke into like 100 cars and within the span of a week or something like that. Or no. It was an apartment complex. 90 cars within one night. Charlotte is getting extremely bad. You know what I'm saying? And the crime has definitely increased. And it's a shame. You know what I'm saying? You have these pages like Charlotte and Instagram, and they report the news. And I don't know whether they mean no harm or not, but it's as if they're glorifying the violence. They're glorifying, the coonery, buffoonery that happens in Charlotte. So to me, when you post things up on that page, you're just encouraging the violence. To me, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying? I could be 100% wrong. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I have an Instagram page, and I don't put negative stuff up there. You know what I'm saying? Because nowadays, this is just real talk. People just want to outdo what they see on Instagram. Like, prime example, if you post something up like, yo, I shot this person 3, 4, 5 times, you'll see somebody else post something else up and be like, yo, I shot this guy 8, 9, 10 times. Everybody wants to outdo one another. And Charlotte is becoming a big mess. It really is. And that's not how it was when I first moved here. I mean, come on, there's violence. There's violence everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But I could personally say that I saw this city get worse as more people moved in, especially after, the whole virus thing, when they, just let everybody out and just, you're free to roam, and do whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? As soon as they did that, people came in drones, and they've been building. Gentrification, you know what I'm saying? The high price apartments, and they call them luxury homes, you know what I'm saying? Condos and townhomes and all of this stuff, places where people can't afford. And the people that were born and raised here, the natives to Charlotte, have to move out in the outskirts in Metro Charlotte, like places like Gastonia, Rock Hill, Fort Mill, Kannapolis. Well, I don't know if they consider that as being Metro Charlotte, but Concord. And it's crazy. People will call me that, look at my channel and live in Charlotte and follow me, based on the Charlotte videos. They'll be like, man, this guy's schizo. Sometimes some of the times he wants to be in Charlotte, while other times he doesn't. Well, I'm telling you, I came to this final conclusion, man. I don't want to be here. But due to, my financial status at this time, I mean, come on, let's be real. It's always about the money. You know what I'm saying? At this point in time, I can't just pick up and go. And in this particular time, when I pick up and go, I'm not coming back. And not only am I not coming back, but I'm picking up and I'm going somewhere where I ain't paying for shit. And I know what you're going to say. You Debbie Downers, man. What you talking about, man? Everywhere you go, you got to pay bills. Yeah, have you been around the world? Have you been to each continent, country, city, state, etc. Because I'm here to tell you, man, it's like this based on capitalism. Charlotte is like this. Any state in America. Based on capitalism, classism, racism. I just want to get the fuck away from all of that shit. And if I gotta be somewhere where, straight up, if I gotta be somewhere where I gotta build my own hut, my own little house, and put cow dung over it to protect, you know what I'm saying? The you know, my home, so when it rains, you know what I'm saying, the water won't go through it, then so be it. At this point in time right now, this ain't living. I don't give a fuck how many amenities I have. I don't give a fuck how much access I have to certain things. This ain't living. It's just not. And we gotta be absolutely insane to continue. I'm talking about General Pop. To continue to live like this. I went in the store, and don't get me wrong, you know, I know we all gotta eat, you know, all of that stuff, but come on, man, let's just be real. Let's keep it real. Y'all gotta stop fucking faking, man. Let's keep it real. I went in the store, and I don't just buy regular soap, you know what I'm saying? I don't buy Ivory, Dove, and shit like that. I went in the store to get some soap. My bar of soap is like $5 for one bar. Toilet tissue. I don't get regular toilet tissue. I get toilet tissue that lasts. Scott, they always braggadocious. They always talking about, oh, we got 1,000 sheets and shit like that. That shit ain't no 1,000 anymore. That shit is more like 450. What I'm here to tell you is nobody talks about like the essential things that you need every day. Yeah, we could talk about how the price of food is going up. We could talk about how the price of gas is going up. We could talk about how the landlord went up on the rent. But let's talk about toothpaste. Let's talk about toilet tissue. Let's talk about dishwashing liquid. Let's talk about soap. Let's talk about laundry detergent. Let's talk about deodorant. Let's talk about lotion. Hell, let's talk about Band-Aids. Peroxide, alcohol. Just the other day, I was trying to get some witch hazel. And that shit, you can't even find witch hazel anywhere. And when you can, this shit is like $5 a bottle. I remember when witch hazel was $1.69. I'm telling you that a lot of this shit that's going on in these cities such as Atlanta, Charlotte, etc., the crime is because of the prices, calm down, Musa, this shit, nigga. I'm telling you that there's a direct correlation with crime and prices going up. And people are not able to afford shit. And desperate times calls for desperate measures. I said this in a video that I did about the teens, and you know these little you uppity niggas. I can't believe it. So I got some uppity niggas on my channel that follow me, but it is. You know what I'm saying? I try to explain to them what did they ever question the teenagers that asked them. I understand it's wrong for them to have broke into people's cars, but did they ever question them and ask them why? Because some of these teens that did it, you'll hear that maybe they were hungry. Maybe they come from an impoverished area where they don't have anything to eat. Their moms is missing, their father's missing. Everybody's struggling, man. Charlotte wasn't bad as this because when I moved here, I'm telling you, I never paid attention to certain prices. Never. Now when I go to the store, I'm constantly looking. God damn, I gotta put that shit back. I remember it used to be a time when I went in the grocery store and I just did not pay attention to prices. Of course, I've always been a little frugal. You know what I'm saying? I've used coupons and all the rest of that shit. But nowadays, you can't even use that. They don't even have coupons out anymore. They don't. So, I try my best to do, they got Harris Teeter here. I do the e-Vic and the regular Vic. You know what I'm saying? Swipe that shit. They got BOGO, buy one, get one free and shit. But it's like, you get to the point where it's like, man, god damn. Hyperinflation, I don't even know what to call this shit. I just don't. How about y'all lower the fucking prices? And I bet you 9 times out of 10, the crime would go down. How about that? And don't tell me, oh man, it ain't got nothing to do with such and such and this and that and so forth. Man, get the fuck out of here. Get out of here with that. We live in a fucking country where we gotta pay for every damn thing. Watch this. Even when we go to a state, certain states we gotta pay to get into that state. Straight up. And you may say, man, you out of your mind. Well, wherever there's a toll booth, you gotta pay to get into that state. Whatever, and watch this. Whatever reason why they tell you, you have to pay regardless. If you want to get into that state, you gotta pay to get through the toll booth. Now, some cities and states and shit like that, you could go around that shit, but it'll take you hours. It'll take you off course, or out of your direction. Here in Charlotte, they making expressways on 485, taking all fucking day. They got all these lanes closed and shit. And all these lanes that they got closed, guess what? Eventually, when they open them, you're gonna have to pay. I'm tired of paying for shit. I'm tired of acting like I'm blind to the fact that the reason why shit is fucked up is because they keep on throwing them prices up. And for whatever fucking reason. Because they could give me, the government, corporations could give me all of these type of fucking bullshit ass goddamn excuses on why they gotta go up. But at the same time, the CEOs of corporations are making billions of damn dollars. How about you take a price cut? I'm sure a pay cut, my fault. How about that? How about you spread that motherfucking money out? I'm hearing corporations making billions, trillions of dollars per year, while general pop is fucking suffering. And y'all still pledging allegiance to this fucking place. Some of y'all still rap this shit, in particular black people. And in America, she has a history of fucking you over. And you still pledge allegiance to a bitch that ain't never did shit for you. Never. That's real talk. You never had the opportunity to open America's legs and fuck her, but she damn sure, for sure, have fucked you over quite a few times. I'm tired of it. And I'm not gonna, listen, let me tell you something. When I leave, I ain't telling nobody shit. I'm just gonna disappear. Straight up. That's real talk. I'll connect with my man Pretty Ricky. That's pretty much it. I'ma disappear. Cause prior to me leaving, I'm not gonna tell anyone. You wanna know why? Because people gonna say, man, it's impossible for you to move somewhere where you don't have to pay and you don't have to do this and you don't have to do that. Oh, you must want to live in the jungle. Or you must want to be one of the monkeys. Or you must want to be a Tarzan. You got jokes. You got jokes. But ain't nobody joking when you got to pay that motherfucking rent. Ain't nobody joking when you got to pay that mortgage off. The mortgage. Ain't nobody joking when you got to pay your car note, car insurance, and all the rest of that shit that keeps on going up further and further and further up. See, some of you all are sitting back chilling because, you know what I'm saying, you got enough money for this hyperinflation. But guess what? Eventually, it's going to attack you. Eventually, your money's going to run out. Yeah, maybe you can afford $3 to $5 a gallon of gas. You know what I'm saying? But wait until it becomes $6 to $10. Then what? Then what? I remember the first recession, so-called recession, George Bush Jr., right? This is early 2000. Never forget it. I was selling CDs, right? Prior to that recession, right? I was selling CDs. This dude used to pull up. I told this story before. This dude used to pull up. He had a Nissan Armada when it first came out. His girl had an Infiniti Q45 or some shit like that. They used to pull up back to back, right? And get out and buy CDs. And they was so fucking bougie with it. You know what I'm saying? I used to hate them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? But I had to, serve them because they were customers. But, motherfuckers be like, yo, let me get that, and bag it up. You know what I'm saying? And he say little slick shit. And I'm like, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Same motherfucker. The recession hit. Same motherfucker pulled up with a fucking Honda Accord. This had to be a couple months, later. Pulled up with a Honda Accord. The hood of the Honda Accord was sunburned. His girl was in the passenger seat. Pulled up, and normally he would get about like 20 CDs. You know what I'm saying? This particular time he pulled up and he bought like 2, and he pulled me over to the side. He was like, yo, man, you know anybody that's hiring? And I was like, damn. But that's what happens. That's what happens. That's what happens, man. You know what I'm saying? You laugh and you laugh until the shit hits the fan. Your fan. And then you start crying. And it's just real. And we're gonna fall all together because we've never stood up against the 1% that runs this fucking country, that runs this world, the 1%ers. We just took their bullshit. We outnumber them niggas, but we still take their bullshit. Charlotte is ruined. It's gone. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That shit is gone. The Charlotte that I once knew, or you once knew, that you was growing up and you had a bunch of fun and you remember the summers and Eastland Mall and all of that shit. Some of the stuff that I can't reminisce on because I wasn't there to enjoy that shit. But I hear about the stories. But I had stories of my own. I came here in 2009, and I could tell you in 2009 it was way more different than what it is now. That Charlotte that I knew and other people knew prior to me moving here is gone. Now it's a city of have and have-nots. And that's real talk. But isn't every city like that in America? I'm sick of it. And we sick in the head for living in a country where the citizens are just useless eaters. That's what the government calls us. Useless eaters. General population. Nobodies. Nobodies. Our popular vote don't count. It's the electoral college. So you vote and talking about why I gotta go vote. And you trying to push me to vote? That shit don't count for shit. And even if our popular vote does count, right? It don't matter. They give us the same shit. The jackass or the fucking elephant. Which one you gonna pick? And most black people make a jackass out of themselves. And if you don't know what I'm talking about Democrats. It's crazy how their symbol or logo or whatever you want to call it is a donkey, or rather a jackass. Black people, man, you better wake up. Wake up, please. In the 90s, y'all had the snooze button. Boop. Now, please. I'm gonna tell you the reason why. The old folks like me don't like this generation. It's not what you really think it is. Seriously, I'm gonna tell you, this is the truth. Y'all don't resist. Y'all just obey. There's no resistance. Y'all just obey. There's no revolution. Y'all just obey. Y'all and it's our fault because you came out of us. And we groomed you all to be that way. But y'all are the most docile generation that I ever seen in my fucking life. And if there is a fight, if you do put up a fight, it's Twitter hands. This is what you do. This ain't right. Instagram, YouTube, social media. Yeah, man. Prices are going up, and the crime is too. And I know there's gonna be some people in the comment section that's gonna be like, man, if you just blah, 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 blah. How many jobs? Real talk. How many fucking more jobs can I goddamn have? You know some people that's working 2, 3, 4, 5 fucking jobs just to make ends meet? Y'all been singing that same bullshit. Man, just pick up, go back to school. That's another thing too. Man, go back to school. You know, get into technology. What, nigga? What? Because I hear this all the time. Get into technology. What? Feel the technology. What? Some people are of age where they're well established and they got so many things going on. They can't go back to school. They let alone afford to go back to school. That's another thing. School has a price. Education has a price on it. How about that? How stupid can we be to live in a fucking society where knowledge is key? Knowledge is power, but it also comes with a price. How fucking stupid can we be? A lot of these people go to college. You know what I'm saying? These Ivy League schools and shit, these white schools and shit, come out in debt. In debt. You can't, I know people have said this millions of times over, but I'm gonna say it again. Right? You can't go to the bank and say, yo, I'm trying to open up my own business. I need a loan for $20,000. You was willing to give me $100,000 to go to college. All I need is $20,000. The bank will tell you no on that, but it damn for sure allow you to give you $100,000 to go to college to be in debt. That shit is crazy. I'm done playing the rat race. I'm done with it. I am not a motherfucking number, or should I say a credit score. I'm done with it. Fuck my credit. I don't give a fuck about it. Not saying that I got evictions, because I don't. I'm not saying that you know what I'm saying, I'm drowning in debt and shit like that, because I know what y'all, that's what y'all are saying. Oh, you don't give a fuck about your credit now because, no, I don't give a fuck about it, period. I'm done. I'm done playing a rat race. Don't you understand we're nothing but gerbils? You ever seen a gerbil in a fish tank? They give them little Ferris wheel, little wheels to run in and shit, and he ain't going nowhere, or she ain't going nowhere. They give him little treats and shit like that. And this gerbil probably thinks that it has a choice, but it doesn't. The only choice it has is what the owner puts in that fish tank for that gerbil. Same thing. Corporations and governments. We're living in a fucking fish tank. We don't control the government. The government controls us. I'm sick and tired of living like this, man. Let me ask you a question for real. This is some real shit. How many times have you ever looked up in the sky? Do you have time to do it? How many times have you walked outside and been like, yo, it's a beautiful day, and you wasn't rushing to the car to go to work, rushing to pick up your child from school, rushing to go here, go there, do this or do that? You just stopped and said, it's a beautiful day. Look at the sky, the clouds, the sun. Oh man, it's a beautiful. How many times have you sat down, had the time to sit down and see just how beautiful this earth is that you live on for however many years that you've been on this planet? I am sick of living like this. And I got a choice. And I don't need nobody to tell me what to do. I'ma figure it out. I'ma finesse this shit. And at the end of the day, I'ma be gone. And notice when I'm gone, I got the fuck up out of here. That somebody made it. That you know. Straight up. I'm sick of it, man. I'm sick of living here. Sick of it. I'm sick of seeing what we have done to, what we do to one another. Sick of it. I'd rather be in the, okay, let's kick it then. You know what I'm saying? Let's go with the jokes. Okay, true. Yep, you're right. I'd rather be in Madagascar with a leaf on the front of my, over my dick and over my butthole. Walking around going, because every time I look at National Geographic, I see them motherfuckers are happy. They get hungry, they pull some shit off the tree and start eating it. You ain't gotta go to no grocery store. You ain't gotta worry about that rat race. Aren't you tired? Straight up, this real talk. Aren't you tired? I know I am. I'm tired of being in traffic, my nigga. Some may say, "What, man, Charlotte ain't got that much." I don't give a fuck what you say. I don't care what you say. Come with me at 485 in the morning time, since Charlotte ain't got no traffic. Tell me why I gotta leave my house an hour early before I get to where I gotta go. This ain't no fucking life. And for all you non-blacks, you think you ain't a fucking slave? That's what I be trying to tell these black people. Because, you know, it's to a certain degree. You know, that non-blacks got this white privilege thing. It's to a certain degree where they can use it. They can't use it on the bills. They can't say, hey, listen, I'm going to pay in white privilege. My light bill, my water bill, and all the rest of that shit. So you just as fucked up as we are. Matter of fact, now it's hitting home. Now you're feeling what we've been feeling for years. How you like it? How you like it? What's it like to be black? Yeah, you don't like that shit, right? We've been living like this for a long time. Now I see more non-blacks on Instagram, YouTube, talking about some, and you know they're putting poison in our food, genetically modified foods, and this and that, so forth, and the chemtrails and this. Now you got conscious non-blacks. Now there's a woke movement. Y'all just now figuring it out. We've been telling y'all motherfuckers, and y'all just didn't want to listen. Yeah, man. I'm done. I don't want my children living this shit. Kids dying. And y'all don't give a fuck. I say that in just about every fucking video about the kids. Y'all don't care. You make an excuse. You make up an excuse. Well, he was a thug. Or he was out there doing something that he wasn't supposed to. The boy was a kid. Yeah, I'm done. I'm tired of doing YouTube videos too. Straight up. I don't know how long I'm gonna be on here. Because straight up, this is the reason why I wanted to end my channel last summer. Cause I got tired of talking about the same shit. And if I'm not talking about the same shit, it's new gossip. You know what Cat Williams said? Taraji P. Henson, you know, she said she was underpaid. What the fuck that got to do with anything going on in your household? How's that gonna make a better you? Tired, man. Tired. And the ones before me, my father, grandfather, great-grandfather, you know, they worked. They did things, quote unquote, the right way. I'm not. I'm a different type of fucking breed. I've tapped into the revolutionary part of my genes. I'm telling you, I'm getting the fuck out of here. And that's real. Tired of living like this. And trust me, straight up, when it's time for me to go, I'm gonna be ready. See, this is the thing. I'm already drinking well water. I'm already getting my water from out of the ground. I'm already prepping myself. I'm already making my own almond milk and my own this and my own that. The elders, when I was younger, when I was in my early 20s, they had me out there turning dirt over, planting seeds. So I'm already engineering myself into living off the land. Because let me tell you something, seriously, for those that want to, talk shit in the comment section, I'm going to bust your bubble right now. They're going to push that reset button. Guaranteed. And when they do, a lot of y'all going to be fucked. A lot. So, first shall be last and the last shall be first. And I ain't on no biblical shit. It's just the truth. That things cannot continue to go on like this. Just can't. Other than that,